Man, how we are not dead at this point is beyond me. It does not make sense. But then again, this is Square Enix. This is Square Enix. Hey guys, what is going on? This is NGS and welcome back to another video. It's time for another update from TGS 2014 and I've got a couple of new pieces of information to share with you all about games that I think are pretty freaking sweet. Well, for the most part, you'll understand it at the closer of this video. First up to bat, we've got a new update on Tales of Zestiria. Tales of Zestiria, of course, is the next main installment in the Tales Mothership franchise, because as all Tales fans out there know, there are so many damn Tales games. We got the main Mothership series, then we got the side games, then we got the remakes of the Mothership series, and then we got like... Why there is not a spin-off dancing game on Bahamas, I do not even know. We went from Persona 4 Golden on the Vita to Persona Dancing All Night. Nigga, we made it and now we're going backwards. Why? Development of the game has been going pretty smoothly overall, and I can say as a Tales fan, I am very excited for it. Or as Pathogeo Freed calls us, Tales-a-boo. Shut up, man! We don't get so many of the games over here. It's too hard to learn Japanese, so we gotta cherish what we get, and we gotta get hyped for it. We gotta show our support for the series, and don't front. I know you like freaking Sophie. I know you were on that Tales of Grace's F hype. I know it. Of course, one of the big things surrounding Tales of Zestiria was actually in regards to its localization. Last December, when Zestiria was announced, oh, I'm getting that thing confused with Vesperia. Why you gotta name these games so similar? Why you gotta do that? We went from Vesperia to Graces to Zilia, and now everything's ending in Don't do that. I don't like that. It's not cool. It's not cool. Tales of Zestiria was confirmed for a worldwide localization. Why is it such a big deal for Tales fans, you may ask? Considering the fact that over the past couple of years, honestly, I can say that it's been a pretty shaky, it's been a rough patch for Tales fans out there. I mean, we've gone so long without games. I mean, there was a period where we went with, what was it, 4 years between Vesperia and I believe Abyss on the 3DS where we did not get a Tales game. So, over the past couple of years, Tales fans have made it their #1 job to let Namco Bandai know that, hey, there's still a market for niche JRPGs. We love these games. If other developers and publishers can put out their games, then you, being one of the main head honchos in Japan, of course you can put it out there. And we've seen great success with games like Graces F on the PS3, Zilia 2, the Symphonia Collection, and now we have Hearts R coming out on the Vita. So it's a pretty good time for Tales fans. And Zestiria's localization process actually got an update. So we knew the game would be coming out in the same year that it did Japan, but we did not know exactly when. A lot of people were thinking that the game, since it was coming out earlier in the year, we probably wouldn't get it till the end of the year, as most localizations are. But it was confirmed from Hideo Bob himself that Tales of Zestiria will be launching in both the United States and in Europe summer 2015. So it is going to be another summer of Tales greatness, my friends. I cannot wait for this. I mean, what was it? Over the past 3 years, honestly, it has been 1, 2... Heck, you know, some people can consider Graces F coming out in March like a summer of Tales. It's just a long-ass summer of Tales. It's like the longest summer ever. It's been years of just greatness in the summer with Tales, and I am just so freaking pumped about that. Zestiria is looking pretty cool, and the fact that we have a confirmed localization for next summer is just fantastic. And I know a lot of people are going to say that, well, it's not a big deal, it was going to come out at some point, but simply due to the fact that we know it's coming out within a couple of months after Japan, that's just phenomenal. We are closing the localization gap between these games, and I, for one, I'm just so excited about it. I'm glad to see that fans are actually voting with their wallets and they're going out and they're supporting the games that they want and not just sitting by and being armchair activists saying, yeah, we gotta get these games over, but you know, we're not gonna let the companies know. So I'm just glad. I'm just glad as a Tales fan that we're getting the next game over, and hopefully going forward the future is going to be just like this, where we're getting somewhat simultaneous release dates. Hopefully we'll get a worldwide release in the same day. I think that would be fantastic. But that's not the only update on Tales of Zestiria. Oh, no. So a couple of months ago, when the PlayStation 4 launched in Japan, and calm down, I know what y'all are thinking right now. When the PlayStation 4 launched in Japan, Hideo Bob did an interview in regards to the next generation of consoles, and one of the main questions, of course, he received was whether or not the Tales franchise would be showing up on the PlayStation 4. And I think he pretty much gave the answer we all expected, that nothing is really on the table right now. It's probably going to show up at some point. However, we're more focused on giving fans the best possible experience of Tales games where there are the most fans. In this case, it's going to be PlayStation consoles. That was another thing that Hideo Baba unveiled, to no surprise to anyone, that the future of Tales games going forward, unless there's a shift, is going to remain PlayStation exclusive. So that's PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, but that's not it. Those aren't the only PlayStation consoles, are there? Hideo Baba revealed that a PlayStation 4 version of Tales of Zestiria is not out of the question. So we can add PS4 to that list of PlayStation exclusivity for Tales. Which again is pretty freaking sweet. Like I said, take this as it is. This is just his wording. It's kind of obvious at this point that Japanese developers really aren't too keen on any of the 3 next generation consoles, or current gen at this point. Kind of get used to saying that, but I think that a lot of them are going to find success in starting out with doing cross-gen games, like Persona 5 is on both PS3 and PS4, and with the chance that Tales of Zestiria could be released on PS3 and then have a PS4 port come somewhere down the line, would make a lot more sense. And to be honest, from a business perspective, when you have a lot of Japanese people who are really reserved about jumping ship to the next generation of hardware, it makes a lot of sense for them to go the cross-platform approach as opposed to, you know, just putting a new game out on the system and then taking a risk. Because I understand that some of these guys, they don't really have the budget of some of the Western developers out there who can go ahead and make a new IP exclusively for that franchise. But then again, you do to some extent. I also understand people saying that you have to take risks to see if you can reap the rewards. That makes total sense. But just the fact that there's a possibility a PlayStation 4 version of Zestiria will be somewhere down the road, well, Tales fans who own PS4s damn well know we won't be double dipping at this point. Just to say, hey, put the games out on PS4 as well, and if they somehow put it out on the Wii U, probably not gonna happen. Hey, put the games out on Wii U too. You know, I'm just saying, it's one of the things that all comes back to, hey, just vote with your wallets. And moving on to the final news story of the video, we're going to be talking about Square Enix once again. Last year, Tetsuya Nomura was questioned extensively about his thoughts on the next generation hardware. One question Nomura received in regards to game development was the usage of DirectX. Now, Tetsuya Nomura made it pretty clear that when it came to video game development, any of the games that they'd be developing are going to utilize DirectX. So when it came to putting games on particular platforms, it would be more likely if those platforms utilized DirectX. And, well, I think that pretty much, you know, the PC Master Race fanboy inside me was like, wait a minute, DirectX, wait a minute, what could that mean? Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, PC. And I guess this is the result of that. Square Enix unveiled today that the Final Fantasy XIII Trilogy, the Lightning Saga, lightning never strikes twice, it doesn't, it strikes 4 times, will indeed be coming to the PC platform. Next month, October 6th, you'll be able to purchase Final Fantasy XIII on both Steam and Square Enix's digital distribution service. Now, this is pretty huge for a number of reasons. First and foremost, this is coming from one of the big head honcho Japanese publishers, Square Enix. One of the main things that I think a lot of people, when they were talking about PC versus consoles over the past couple of years, is that, you know, PCs are great, but they really never had the same level of Japanese support that consoles do. I mean, you have a lot of Western developers putting their games out on PC, but a lot of Japanese people are more reserved and they really don't utilize PC outside of things like MMOs. So the fact that we've been seeing developers and publishers like Capcom, Square Enix, even the BlazBlue guys putting out their games on PC has really shown that, you know, Japanese developers are willing to adapt, they're willing to expand, and they're willing to listen to what their fan base is saying. You know, we want these games on PC so a wide amount of people can play it. And we've been seeing that. I mean, one of the first big examples was when Dark Souls came to PC. And then from there we saw the Naruto game show out on PC, and to have Storm Revolution launch on PC the same day as the consoles, it was just crazy. And we've seen smaller stuff like Killer is Dead, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Konami came out and announced that both Metal Gear Solid, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain are coming to PC. it's just fantastic for PC gamers who want to play these games who don't own a console. They can finally play these games. And while I'm not the biggest fan of the Final Fantasy 13 saga, as you guys know, I'm glad that, you know, they are making an effort to put the games out on PC. So if you were a fan of these games, regardless of if you liked it or not, and you want to play them again, the PC version is going to be out. It's going to be relatively cheap. They actually priced it really accordingly, which is something I do enjoy about some of these developers and publishers. When they release a game that is pretty dang old, Final Fantasy 13 is going on 5 years at this point if you're counting from the Japanese release date. So it's only priced at like $16. I think that's pretty acceptable for a game coming out on a new platform that's going to probably have new updates and stuff. So that is very good. It's not like some of these other developers, when a game comes out on another system, it'll be a bare bones release, but they'll still charge like $50, $60. That made no sense to me. So the first game is coming out in October, and the entire trilogy will show up on PC by spring 2015. So they're probably going to do it as a bi-monthly thing. Like the first game comes out October, probably next game's maybe December, January, and then you get the gist of that. So if there are any Final Fantasy 13 fans out there and you have a PC, get ready to play the first installments of Lightning's epic journey again in 4K. Wow, imagine they put that thing out in 4K. One thing I am hoping for, I'm not going to get the games, but I really hope that the optimization is really well and it's not just a shabby port, because one Dark Souls is enough of an optimization nightmare. We don't need another one. Now that the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy's come to PC, it's joining the likes of Final Fantasy 7, 8, 3, 4, almost all the Final Fantasy catalog, the main games, is probably going to end up on PC at some point. So that is pretty cool for all the gamers out there. But it brings up another question. Could we see Final Fantasy 15 on PC? I definitely think there's a chance at this point, considering that all these games are showing up on the system and the way the development works of PS4 and Xbox One. They're very much like PCs. So it's very possible that we might see that on the PC. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that Kingdom Hearts 3 might come to PC. To be honest, I'm not going to hold my breath, considering that they probably want to just keep the games where they know people can jump in easily into them. Like, because every Final Fantasy game has a different story, different characters, different universe. It's not like they just randomly put Final Fantasy, you know, 10-2 on there and then they didn't put 10. You get what I'm saying? But with Kingdom Hearts 3, you know you have to play the entire series to understand what's going on in that main game, especially after stuff like Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance. That's just, I don't see how people can say that, yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts, it's a great series, I'm excited for 3, but they've never played Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance. It's like, you don't know what's going on, bro! You really don't! But wait a minute. Could they put 1.5 and 2.5 on PC? I'm not going to get into this right now, I'm going to get too excited. Anyway, that's the end of this update in regards to Tokyo Game Show 2014. Post your video responses and comments. Video responses? Wow, I really haven't been doing this for a long time. That's sad. Post your comments down below in the comment section thingy if it's actually working for a change. And I want to hear your guys' feedback on this video. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Do you like that it's a little bit different than the past stuff I've been doing? Let me know down below. I'm GS signing out, and like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.